Good morning, everybody. We have a mostly higher trade in the grain markets here early on Wednesday morning. It is 6:30 a.m. Central Time. May corn futures up 3.5 cents at 557 and three quarters. May corn up 3.5 cents at 557 and three quarters. December corn up one and three quarters at 485. We have May soybeans up four and three quarters at 1423 and a half. November beans are up two and a quarter at 1273 and a half. May Chicago wheat unchanged at 615 and a half. May Kansas City wheat up three and a half at 559. May spring wheat is up 4 cents at 615. For those of you listening on the podcast, as always, thank you for taking a few minutes out of your day to tune in. If you're watching on YouTube, appreciate it. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you have not already. If you guys need some additional assistance from me, go to my website. It is www.standardgrain.com. Go to that website, click on Grain Marketing Plan here in the upper right-hand corner. For $49 a month, I'll send you my subscription service. It includes a whole bunch of stuff. My morning newsletter goes out every business day at 6:30 a.m. Central Time. It includes every overnight headline that you need to be aware of, all my grain marketing recommendations. There's a text message service, and I'm now offering subscriber-only videos and content. I'm trying to do those anywhere from 2 to 4 times per week, and they've been very, very popular so far. So certainly check this out if you're seeking some assistance with your marketing, if you're looking for some additional information. This is really a great deal. To get into some of the headlines here this morning, we've got an EIA report. We'll see weekly ethanol production here at about 9:30 a.m. Central Time this morning. Traders expect weekly ethanol production about flat, 962,000 barrels per day. That would be down from 965 last week. Another slight draw in stocks is expected. We're looking for stocks about 21.14, I believe. We should see improved ethanol production in the coming weeks, and I talked about this at length in that episode I posted earlier this week with Jordan Fife. We talked about accelerating economic activity, the drawdown in ethanol stocks, all that stuff, and how this could be a good thing for corn demand moving forward. So certainly check out that episode if you have not already. Brazil's soybean crop may be larger than expected. One group, AgroConsult, out of Brazil, pegged the crop at a whopping 137.1 million metric tons. Their previous estimate was 132.4. This is the highest estimate that I've seen as of late. This estimate was made apparently after a tour of some soybean growing areas in Brazil. So this big crop in Brazil appears to be getting bigger, and I know that most of the groups are still down in that 134 neighborhood, but you could see an ultimate size of that crop that's bigger than maybe what some people have penciled in here for the moment. There is some concern regarding Brazil's second corn crop. A good chunk of that crop was planted late, and the phrase being used is outside of the ideal planting window. In addition, weather forecasts are not really that great, kind of on the dry side during the next week, maybe more normalish rainfall in the 7 to 14 day period. So there is some concern there, although still plenty of time. Traders expect a mostly friendly report from USDA on Friday. This is the monthly crop production and WASDE report. And again, this report will not include the acreage numbers from last week. This is an old crop report, essentially. We could see USDA adjust the demand numbers on the old crop balance sheets. We could see adjustments to the South American crop estimates. The trade expects the U.S. corn carryout for this current marketing year to come in around 1.396 billion, which would be down from 1.502 last month. Soybean carryout expected to come in at 119 versus 120 last month. I think some people are probably working with a number quite a bit lower than that even. But remember the initial 21-22 balance sheets, which will feature those acreage numbers and some new crop demand projections, all that stuff, that will be out in May. Gasoline prices are rising. I figured this was a topic I'd touch on here today. EIA indicated last week that the national average retail gasoline price was about $2.86. I've got a chart here I can show you of retail gasoline dating back a little while here. And this particular chart goes back to 1996. And what you can see here, we're at about 286 as of last week nationally. We were down to $1.77, I think, during the spring, like COVID low, if you want to call it that. So we've rallied a good 60% since last spring. Now, the big number here, in my view, would be this 296. That's where we peaked in 2018. And prior to that, you had not been above 296 per gallon nationally on average since late 2014. So I think there's a lot of people who think that ultimately, even as soon as this summer, you could see gasoline nationally back in that $3 to $4 range, which is something that we saw a little bit in that 2006 to 2008 timeframe, and then very consistently from 2007 through almost all of 2014. So this is certainly something to keep an eye on, and I'm sure everybody's aware of this if you've purchased gasoline at any point here in the last several weeks. The cattle market had a decent day yesterday. It was up. We'll see what develops on the cash front here this week. Things are improving a little bit. The board's acting well. The box beef market was up again yesterday and has been very, very, very strong. In the outside markets here this morning, we've got the Dow Jones up 11 points. The S&P's up 1. Precious metals are a little bit lower. U.S. dollars a little bit lower. We've got the bonds about flat. Crude oil is up 61 cents and the May WTI at 59.94. Everybody have a great day today. I'm going to have a special episode posted later today with Dr. Richard Sander. He is a very interesting person with a lot of accomplishments under his belt. We're going to talk specifically about interest rates, but also a lot of other topics at which he knows a lot more than me on most of this stuff. So that'll be a really good episode to be posted later this afternoon. Everybody have a great day. I'll talk to you a little bit later.